Within Expert Agent, you have the option of setting up portals for your tenants, your vendors, and your landlords to sign in and access information on their relevant records. If we look first at the tenant portal configuration, the initial tab that you are brought to is the tenant portal email. This is the default email text that will be sent out when you set up a tenant to receive the tenant portal access. You can overwrite any of the default information in here, and if you ever want to go back to the default text, you can use the red button at the bottom. The tenant portal application email gives a tenant more limited access to the tenant portal. This will show them only information relevant to applying to a particular tenancy, rather than the full tenant portal email, which gives them the option for managing an existing tenancy as well. Once you've set up the content of your emails, you want to think about the display configuration. This is just setting up how the portal will look and which items are available. For instance, if you don't cover finance for any of your tenancies, you may want to untick the box to show finance. Each of the individual sections has their own colour assigned. You will probably want to think about changing these, either using the options in the square here or selecting your own colour numbers at the bottom. You can also drag in the list to change the sort order. Once you're happy with how the tenant portal will display, have a think about general configuration. This is how information is sent to you from the tenant portal. Automatically, any messages, completed applications or maintenance requests will be emailed to the email address you have set up in company details, and a task will be created for the negotiator to which the tenant is assigned. However, if you want to overwrite any of that information, for instance selecting an individual member of staff to receive the email about all maintenance or all application contact emails, or if you would like to select an individual negotiator to receive all of the tasks coming in from the tenant portal, you can do so here. The final tab of Tenant Portal Preview just gives you a snapshot of what the site will look like for your prospective tenants, so you can see how your colours and your sort order fit together. The vendor portal configuration is much more simple. There's a basic email text here letting the vendor know the link to access the vendor portal. You can then tick these options at the bottom to decide what information you would like your vendors to see. If you are showing website stats, that is only going to be for an Expert Agent website. If you show newspaper stats, that will be for newspaper adverts that you have arranged via Expert Agent. Do be aware of ticking the Show Events option. This can be a really valuable tool to include within your vendor portal, but you must make sure that all members of staff in the office are aware that items they add into the Events tab on a property may become visible to the vendor. So you must ensure that you are always using polite language. If you are part of a multi-branch firm and you want the options to be the same for every branch, use this tick box at the bottom. We then have the Landlord portal. This gives you a little more flexibility on how you would like it to display. You can create your own theme if you would like to change the colours, just by either using the default colours, using the grid in the middle, or selecting your own colour numbers in here, giving the theme a name and clicking Save Theme at the bottom. You can also use the tick boxes to show what information you would like available, and click to drag and drop the sort order as well. Do be aware, with the Landlord portal, you are only selecting the default configuration here. On each individual landlord record, you will be able to choose which information the landlord has access to. So this is just setting up your default options. Again, look at the Welcome Email tab in order to check that you are happy with the content of the email that is sent to your landlord when you register them to sign up for the portal. If you ever delete any information accidentally, for instance the links for your landlord to log on, you can either use the undo button at the top, or you can again restore the complete default email text.